Okay. Looks like we are going live right now. Aside from anybody watching on Instagram, um, we're also live on Facebook, um, YouTube, and Twitter. So, hey, what's happening, everybody? Thanks for tuning in on Twitter. Instagram. Thank you very much. I just want to let you know that I'm also live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So, hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you checking in. I got some exciting news, and it kind of starts off like so. For those who are on YouTube right now, feel free to click the link in my bio on Instagram and subscribe to my channel. Every Monday, I'm going to be going live and talking about photography marketing tips. Now, for those who may not know, I'm currently by day when I'm doing my Clark Kent, I am a social media marketing manager, and of course, I'm a photographer. I did a large percentage of my income is from photography, and I also have a degree in entertainment and music business. So, business and marketing is something that I have a lot of experience in, and I apply it for my work so I can do gigs and also non-paid gigs to market my brand and build my brand. So I've noticed that, especially this year more than ever, that I've been getting a lot of questions, like basic questions about ways to level up their brand from other photographers, or ways to how do I reach out and make sure that my brand is attractive to the kind of models or the work they want to attract. So after a while, I started thinking, I said, you know what? If people are asking me a lot about that, why don't I just start sharing tips and advice about that? So that's where I came up with this idea. I said, okay, instead of making a video and having to edit and having to do all these things, why don't I just go live once a week and answer any questions people may have? And aside from that, just share tips because I learned so much and I apply it to my job as a social media marketing manager. Um, so why not share what helps them build and establish their brand in the community around their brand and share that with all of you, but from a photographer's perspective, because not every a strategy is directly applicable to photography per se. What a restaurant may do may be good for restaurants, cafes, but not in line for photographers because obviously we have a different audience, right? So, every Monday, I'm gonna basically make photography marketing made easy, which means I'm gonna give you the plain English on how to demystify all these, um, not only, strategies, but also marketing viral, trends when it comes to marketing, what features on these apps, which apps are really effective, and how to effectively use them. Because each app you should have a separate strategy for. But trust and believe it, you need to be on as many apps as possible if you're trying to create a brand and thus make money off of your work. Now, what I'm gonna plan to share with you is applicable to really most markets. So you don't have to be just a photographer or just a videographer or anything else to understand that marketing matters. And that's why I'm gonna be doing this for all of you. All I want in return is for you to go to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe, smash that bell icon, and let me know that you're ready and interested in what I'm trying to offer all of you. Of course, at any time here, let me get this here. If you're on YouTube, here you go. Um, Here's all my socials. I'm just posting it up. If you're on my Instagram, you can check out my socials by clicking on the link in my bio, and you can just, follow me anywhere else. But if you're on Instagram, you can DM me any questions about marketing or promotional strategies or ways to better create and establish a community around your brand. And so with that said, that's something I'm very excited about because I am very passionate about marketing. I actually really enjoy it. my degree is entertainment and music business, and I wanted to be like I wanted to be an A&R or a record label executive when I was younger. But life took a turn. I had a daughter. I couldn't move to LA, etc. after graduation. So I took everything that I learned in school and applied it to marketing myself instead of a musician or hip hop artist or whoever. I decided why not just use that to push my brand. And trust me, I've learned a lot and I messed up more than more than I've been rewarded. But that also means there's a lot of lessons I'm gonna be doing, or I'm able to share with all of you so that you could avoid those pitfalls. Hey, let me give a little wave to everybody on the Instagram right here. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, for those on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Robert Silver Photography. For anybody, feel free to post any marketing questions. If you have any questions on how to better build a brand around what you do as a creative, this is your time to ask me those questions. You could be a model, a makeup artist, uh, fashion designer, etc. Marketing matters. So get with the program. You got to consider your marketing strategy a job in itself. You have to make time for it. A bare minimum of a solid hour a day will make a big, big difference, okay? And I see the results. I'm seeing the results even at my job from not only do we see some pitfalls, which I call areas of opportunities for you to better improve on and learn from those lessons. Um, and then we quickly pivot, and then we're rewarded by seeing growth, more reach with each post, and that we're not wasting so much time on things that don't work. And I see a lot of times photographers get into photography, but they forget about the business side. That's if your goal is to actually try to be compensated for what you enjoy doing. Not every photographer or videographer or whatever wants to, you know, make it a job. That was my goal at the beginning was like, "Oh, if I could have a life where in which I can do what I have such passion for, wake up and do that and get paid for it, oh my god, that would be like the best life." So if you're someone like that with your endeavor, again, if you have any marketing questions, you figure out how do I get to that next level? Why do I feel stuck? Why do I feel like I'm running in the same spot? Um, then this is the time for you to drop a question, a comment, etc. And also, you can hit me up later too if you don't have a question right now. So don't worry, no pressure. Okay, so I already have a question right here. Um, Start a podcast? CJ. Okay, okay. He's talking about start a podcast. I think he wants to start a podcast. You know what? We can actually. I'll do an episode of a quick rundown on how I started my podcast, my setup, etc. I do have a podcast called "Am I Crazy?" It has nothing to do with photography, but I was able to start it up very easily, and then I slowly built and got more gear. And I could definitely do some a rundown of that because podcast, honestly, is another great way for you to market your brand, to establish yourself as a professional in your field. Okay. Um, Also, a good thing about podcasts is that people get to know you more as a person, and that's what you want. You want your brand to be not just a business, but even more, it's a person behind it because people invest in people. So, with that said, I think this is good. And then I have another one by Doody 1220. I think this is going to be a great thing for young photographers trying to learn the business. Exactly. That is exactly why I wanted to do this, not only for young, but also for those who are getting in later on in life. You know, they deserve know to know how to effectively market themselves as well. Photography business is a real thing. Unfortunately, schools heavily emphasize on theory, which is great. But most important is, am I getting paid? Can I pay my rent, or do I have to get 2 or 3 or 4 jobs being miserable because that's another hour or 8 hours away from the one thing I would do for free if I could. And so if you're feeling that way, then you know what time it is. You need to figure out and create a game plan. This is a business. So that's why I decided to do this every Monday. I will still be doing gear reviews, camera reviews, bags, etc., accessories, etc. I'm gonna definitely do that. And at the beginning of each Marketing Monday, it will be featuring a piece of gear. So something I'm gonna more than likely I'm gonna start with a lot of stuff of my own, okay? But at least I'm gonna show you like one piece of gear, like brought to you by whatever lens or whatever camera I have in my hand at that particular time. Um, of course, if you feel like asking me a gear question or something, I don't mind answering it. But on Marketing Monday, it's really about how do you make money off of the gear you have. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate you tuning in here. Thank you, everybody there on Instagram. Um, okay, so with that said, for those who are on, unfortunately, if you're on Instagram, you won't be able to see my screen here. We're gonna go. I just want to share with others what photos I'm currently editing from a recent photo shoot. It's a beach swimwear photo shoot I did, and I just wanted to share it with you. So if you want to see, what mic do I have? I have the Shure MV7. It is a USB and an XLR mic. It's an excellent, phenomenal mic. Let me see if I don't think I have the box anymore, but it's, I wanna say it's $2.99, Amazon, you know how they do, they'll get it to you the next day or something, but the mic is world class. There's one above it, I think it's like MB7, okay, I'm gonna mess it up, but either way, there's one that is just a, XLR mic that's an even better version, it's $100 more. I got this version because it sounds great, $100 cheaper, and I have the option of just connecting directly to the, laptop or the, computer via USB. So if I'm on the go and like, next Monday, I'll be in Vegas, so if I just have this mic in my laptop, I can still rock and roll and tune in with you guys. And that's why I just wanted flexibility, so that's why I didn't do it, the other mic. But this one is it's good to go, man, I love it. And I'm only using a $15 boom stand from Amazon. It's an Amazon Basic, you know what I mean? So, but it works solid, keeps it right here, keeps my hands free in case ninjas start jumping out, I'm ready to go. So, yeah, so that's the mic I'm using. CJ, feel free to inbox. I'll send you a link to this to the mic directly, okay? But I appreciate the question. Okay, so let's get to this here. Uh, there we go. Turn off this overlay. Cool. So this is the photo shoot I'm working on now. Here, let me get to there we go. So you can see all the photos I'm currently working on. These are the ones that the model chose. This is Alyssa Gatches, and you can check her out. Go check her out. Alyssa, she's I've worked with her numerous times. If you're on my Instagram, you already know that I've worked with her a lot. Matter of fact, I think she was in one of my recent Instagram or TikTok reels. So go check her out. She's a phenomenal model. She signed with MBT Agency over in San Francisco. And this was, I think, our fifth or sixth photo shoot. And we got another one we're planning right now so I could test out a lens. And she's definitely one of my go-tos. And you've seen her on some of my videos. If you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you would have seen her there. So shout out to her. She's amazing to work with. So hit her up her agent too. More than likely, she'll have to have you do that. But anyway, so this is it was a cloudy. This photo shoot was super cloudy. It was foggy as hell. It was over in Marin, and everywhere else in California, in the East Bay, I mean, everywhere was absolutely gorgeous, picture perfect summer day. As soon as we got to this beach, I mean, the fog, it was like Simon from Peanuts. Is that Simon? Not Simon. With the cloud, with the dirt. Anyway, we had the cloud over us and everything. So either way, it was all bad. But I brought 180 Godox 8600, and I shot with the 7-inch silver reflector that came with it because my intention was to shoot high speed sync. That's really my intention with this photo shoot. And Pigpen, yeah, there we go. That's what's up. Exactly. That's the way it was like Pigpen, but with a cloud over us the whole damn time. but it was actually warm. It was just really, really cloudy, and foggy too. So she brought a few, 2 swimwear outfits and then 1 more casual leisure outfit, and we had a great time. But I was using the Nikon Z9, and then I was also using, the Z 24-70 and 7200 mil, and it kicked ass through it and through with the Godox. So, yeah, it performed like a trooper. Dynamic range is phenomenal on the camera, so obviously that wasn't an issue. And then also having a good model, you know, fucking helps a lot, right? I'll just be honest. So it made shooting much easier. We didn't have to repetitively, um, go over posing. She was just naturally she knows what to do. So with that said, I was able to spend more time on composing the shots, choosing the right places on the beach to create. Because my what I really wanted to do was create a set of photos that would have people who live in the Bay Area still say, "Where did you shoot?" Because if you to me, I feel like if I could make a place that people generally shoot at look like a place they never shot at or don't know where it was, then I feel like I've done my job creatively, and I like to push the envelope that way, and that's what I was going for here. Um in this shot specifically, you could totally see I even used the elements to create, uh, negative and positive space and yeah, it's really cool. So, um, don't worry, I know you can't see it on Instagram, but I will be posting those photos soon enough, and I'll do a photo shoot review video probably with these photos, so you know what I'm talking about, you know? Okay, there we go. Um, obviously, here's some more. This is the 3rd outfit we did, and we took a lot of great shots. She chose these. These are for her portfolio, and will be sent to her agent, for them to use accordingly, however they feel like using it, and that's kinda what I do. Since I have a good relationship with the agency, um, I get to work with their models, but then also in return, I help build their portfolio and obviously experience working with the professional photographers and so on. So, that was a mouthful. I just wanted to be able to let you know what's going on. Okay, hold on. Hey, okay, so I already got a couple comments on YouTube here, so I just wanna make sure I shout out those. Rizzo, thank you very much. Yes, long time no see, brother. I appreciate it, you know? Yeah, he's an amazing dude, so I very much appreciate that. He was my postman, but, he became a friend soon because he's cool like that. You know, uh oh, thank you, I appreciate it. He said, that the quality of the camera is crystal clear, and what I'm actually using right now, not on Instagram, obviously, but what I use for my YouTube lives, etcetera, is the Lumix S5, and I have a Sigma Art DGDN lens. It's a 35 millimeter f1.4, and that combo gives me pretty good, framing, enough space, but not too much space, and, yeah, I like this combination. 1 wire from the S5, from the USB-C, connected to my computer, boom, bada bing, I'm ready to rock and roll. So, I love it, and I'm using StreamYard for those that are curious. I'm using StreamYard to, shout out to all my, social pages and so forth when I go live, okay? And I'm just again, I wanna share with you everything that I'm doing so that you can learn how to, hopefully take advantage of it yourself, or if you're just curious and wanna be nosy, okay? What lenses? The lens that I use for going live right now, if you check out my YouTube channel, etcetera, or Facebook, um, is the Sigma Art 35 millimeter DGDN lens. That's not the HSM, the DGDN, okay? Because that one, the DGDN is specifically made for mirrorless cameras. Because 'cause I'm using the Panasonic Lumix S5, and it's an L mount lens, or at least comes in L mount. It comes in E mount too for you Sony fanboys out there, okay? But it's a fantastic lens. It's smaller than the 35 millimeter f1.4 HSM lens by Sigma. But it's just as fantastic. Actually, I think it's a little better because the technology has been updated. So I love 35. There's something about a 35, and I think it's just so I don't know. It's just it's pleasing. It's a pleasing framing lens, I think, and it's versatile, definitely good for medium and, establishing shots, etcetera. Anywho, so that's the lens I'm using, if you're curious. And it's just yeah, when I do video, I tend to like primes if I can. I tend to like using primes. So I have a 30, a 24, a 35, a 50, a 85, a 105. So it's like I like primes, for photography, zooms just it's a bit convenient. You can bring 2 lenses, a 24 to 70 to 70-200, and then you're set for the whole event, like a wedding. Like I shot a wedding 2 weeks ago, 2 of them in 1 day, and I literally only used 2 lenses. Those, the 24 to 70 and 70-200, and I was done. So you can't beat the versatility, and the, efficiency of having to only need 2 lenses. So let's be honest, that's pretty good. But when possible for video, I just like primes. I don't know what it is. It makes me think more. Um, I'm not so reliant and dependent on the zoom. They tend to be faster lenses. You can stop down. You can open it up to 1.4, 1.2 if possible, and that not that I would shoot that often in video, but I like the versatility if I needed it. Okay, you're welcome. Always. Don't worry about it. Uh, Good, awesome, yeah, I'm glad you like seeing streaming, I'm gonna do this more often. It's definitely my goal, and, my big goal is really to help all of you out there, so that's why I'm even doing this today is really like, "Hey, I'm back, and what I'm promising to do is to be consistent." And trust me, don't wor I'm not sitting here acting like I'm some sort of guru. What I'm trying to say is all the mistakes that I'm making and have made, I wanna help you avoid, literally, like, that's my goal. I'm still learning, I'm reading from, established marketing blogs, social media marketing blogs, and I'm reading all these newsletters so that you don't have to, okay? There we go. Uh, when's the next hike? Oh, okay, you're the second person to ask me about that. You know what? I think I'm going to plan a hike soon enough. Maybe before September, before school gets out and everything. If you have any suggestions on areas you want me to look at, feel free to DM me or post a comment because I would love to know what areas you would like. For those that are on YouTube, or may not be in the East Bay, I'm in San Francisco Bay Area, so Northern California. So if you tell me somewhere in Poughkeepsie, well, you know what? That's not going to happen anytime soon. But Northern California for sure, any place I could drive to. And plus, I have to be mindful because sometimes in my previous photo hikes, I've hosted some that are like 12-mile hikes, and yeah, not everybody's up for that physically. So I have to be mindful, even though I'm good to go and I'm happy to do it. I have to be mindful of those who the least among us, that are physically capable, and I have to just be mindful of that. But I'm down to hear suggestions for sure, and I think I'm gonna set that up. So stay tuned. If I do host a photo hike, I'm gonna post it on Instagram and all my socials. So just stay tuned. And and of course, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you folks on Instagram, click that link in my bio and smash that YouTube and tickle that subscribe button. Okay. Let me see if I have anything over here. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Everything's looking legit. All right, all right, all right. Okay, everything's looking good. Hey, I appreciate that, Christina. I do, I do. I know. I think this is kind of cool too. I'm trying to see how this works and if all this is good. Oh, okay, CJ. Yeah, if we do a hike, I'll try to plan it ahead of time so that you can join us. You don't have to have a camera. Your camera could simply be just your your, cell phone. I don't care because I just went on a hike on Saturday with Kinda Fit Chris there, and, I brought a camera, but I used it for, like, 4 photos, and I used my cell phone for the whole damn fucking hike, so you can't beat the, how can you say? You can't beat the ease of a cell phone. Just beat a good one, though, okay? And maybe I'll talk about that too in the future is, like, 'cause a cell phone I'm telling you, if you wanna do good social media marketing content creation, having a good phone is a good investment. It really is. When it comes to quick photos, editing on the fly, posting real quick, updating some videos. I mean, your photo your phone right now can do, 4K, 60 frames a second. It can do, 120 frame slow-mo or 240 frames slow-mo for those that didn't know. So it's like having a good phone, if you wanna really take your social media marketing game to the next level, is imperative, okay? Imperative. I have the iPhone 12 Pro. I'm waiting for the 14 since we're only a couple months away from when they usually announce the new iPhone. So I'm gonna skip the 13 because I wanna see the new algorithm for that video portrait mode, cinematic mode. I would wanna see it improved a little bit better so the edges look better. But then I'm for sure gonna get the iPhone, whatever the next one is, guaranteed, and that's because I want the quality every time to be good, and if it can fit my pocket, let's be honest, that's pretty awesome, okay? Um, hey, look at this. Okay, hey, Tony, appreciate that, and Gabrielle's awesome, thank you very much. Appreciate you popping in. Yeah, oh, that's right, you do have the Lumix GH4, yeah, so bring that, bring whatever lenses you have. That's a great that'll be perfect for a hike, so don't worry, and also, since it's very compact, you're not gonna be weighing it down, so absolutely. I'm actually I think I might do one of hikes with just a point and shoot camera just to see what's up, and I like doing, little challenges, self challenges, if you will, creatively. Like what I'm going to do the next couple of shoots is only shoot with one particular lens, which will be announced, okay? Because I'm going to review it. But sometimes I like doing just that, just show up with one lens and make it work, okay? Because that's your job as a photographer. If this is what you want to do, um, for a living for sure, you're a problem solver. I'm sorry. You're not just someone who shows up with a camera or your latest whatever, and you take the picture and you get all the glory. No, you solve problems more than taking pictures, guaranteed. Especially if when I'm doing studio work or next week I'm doing a video commercial shoot for a nonprofit, and it's been several months of solving problems and answering questions. That's before the day that we start shooting. So if you're not in the mood for problem solving, then it's going to be a tough road ahead. So just be mindful of that. That's why when I tell young photographers, I said 80, 90% of your time is marketing. 10%, maybe 20 is gonna be actual shooting, and that's the reality. And this, um oh, okay. Exactly, yes, Tony, 1 camera and 1 lens, and it's fun, I loved it. When I went to Barcelona last September, I brought a couple lenses, I think 2 or 3 small ones, the Lumix S5 and the kit lens, the 20 to 60 millimeter, and I used the kit lens for the whole damn trip, and I had a great time. It was perfect amount of zoom, 20 millimeters is great for wide establishing interior shots or getting, cool buildings and statues. I had I love the photos. They were sharp as hell. That's all I needed. So yes, I like it. It makes you think more, and sometimes the thinking actually forces you to get out of your comfort zone. Um, oh, cool. Bring it. Oh, you're okay. Okay, Dude. Okay. You're bringing the Z50 with the 1.2. Woo! What's the camera body? I'm curious. What is it? What is it? Z7, Z7 II, Z6? Post down below. Let me know what's going on with that 51.2. Okay. Um, I love a good 50 millimeter. Photographers out there, if you do not have a 50 millimeter, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go and get it. I don't care if it's just oh, with the Z9. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's the King Kong Boss combination, okay? Uh, my old favorite combination used to be the Nikon D850 with the 105 1.4 lens. That, my friend, still pretty fucking sweet. So, uh, but yeah, the 51.2 with the Z9, you simply can't go wrong for portraits. But as I was saying, even if you're a new photographer, get yourself a 50 millimeter, at least 1.8, right? 50 millimeter 1.8 nifty 50. You will never be upset. I haven't seen one 50 millimeter 1.8 lens from any manufacturer, Canon, Nikon, Sony, Lumix, etc. 1.8 has never been good. Okay, even if it's plastic exterior casing, whatever. I don't know what it is. It's a great lens to have. It's small, and most of them cost around $200. It'll be the best investment of your portrait photography you'll ever make, guaranteed, bar none. I'll put my name on it. Oh, he's got the D810. Okay, so duty, you got the D810 and the Sigma 10514. Okay, my friend, that's a good one. I used to have the D810. I sold that to get the D850, and then I sold that to get the Z9. So there we go. But the D850 is King Kong. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the D810 was sweet too. Shoot. I mean, that's the thing, cameras, people. So if you have to get yourself a camera that's 2, 3 years old, etc., I'm telling you, a lot of these cameras are fantastic even today. You might not have all the features. You may not have the autofocus or certain attributes that these cameras come naturally, like image stabilization or something. But image, in terms of still images, you're gonna get abandoned still images anyway. Okay, it really is. And it's good to learn some basic fundamentals that DSLRs force you to learn versus the a mirrorless camera. Um, like knowing the inverse square law, okay, and why that's important. It's less important. I shouldn't say less important, but it doesn't affect you as much if you don't understand it or apply it when you have 5 times, 5 stops, 6 stops, 7 stops of image stabilization. But understanding that just is a good fundamental to learn and to know, just in general. Okay. Hey, thanks, Sandra. Go check her out. Go check out, everybody, if you can, go check her out. Sandra, she's Beauty and the Stang. She's got some great Mustang footage, photos and everything. You need to go check her out. She's pretty awesome. If you want to see a chick who loves some Mustangs, that is the Instagram to check out. Beauty underscore and underscore the and underscore Stang. Damn, Beauty and the Stang. Anyway, here we go. Hey, much appreciated, brother. Big Hump Music, you know what I'm saying? I love the music. There you go. Thank you, Sandra. And you can actually, if you scroll down on my, Instagram, you can, see some of her work that we've created together on, we did some beauty shoots recently. They came out fucking phenomenal, super amazing. And I did it with the Lumix GH6, which is Micro Four Thirds camera, okay, and it's kit lens. So make sure you go check out those photos because I guarantee you, if I didn't tell you it was from Micro Four Thirds, you would never known. That GH6 is the first 25 megapixel um, sensor camera available. It's the largest Micro Four Thirds sensor. So I wanted to put it through its paces to see how it would handle in beauty photography. It banged. It fucking bang bang. You know, it was amazing. So that was pretty awesome. I love the GH6. I'm more than likely going to use it 90% of the time for video because the video features packed in that thing is freaking phenomenal. It's amazing. Seriously packed with professional grade features in that GH6. Put my name on it. Hey, thanks, CJ. Awesome. Yes. Talk to you soon, brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Thank you for stopping by, man. I need all that. I need all that. Let's see here. Do we have any? I want to make sure I'm giving love to everybody. Giving love to everybody. And cool, cool, cool. If anybody is Hey, look at that. We got Wendy up in here. Wow, dang. Look at that. Appreciate you. For those that see me staring down a little bit, I'm looking at my cell phone over here, and I'm just giving love to those show me love on Instagram. Baby, you know how we do. Thank you for everybody who has gone and let me know which new logo you like. This is my old logo, if you can see it right here, and I've been rocking that for like 8 years. Now, nothing wrong with it. Obviously, it's got me somewhere, but you know what? I'm in a different mindset, and I'm trying to get to the next level, so therefore I need to level up my branding. Just like I'm telling you all, you need to constantly figure out how to way to level up your branding. I'm doing it for myself, and that starts with a new image. And therefore, that's why I put out there on my Instagram about 6 designs of potential logos, and just to get a feel out there, see what people think, see what they like, and because sometimes a new pair of eyes see something I can't see. So if you're there on YouTube, Twitter, etc., feel free to go to my YouTube channel, and it's right here. Okay, um, Robert Stewart Photography, and cast your vote. Let me know which number of the design that you like most. Post it in the comment. It's right there at the tippity tippity top of my profile or on my feed on Instagram. Okay. Um, cool. Now I have a question for all of you. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to marketing or branding your photography or makeup, artistry, or your modeling, etc. What is it? I would like to know. Feel free, post your comment because I'm here at 9:30, okay? And normally my feet is up, and I got a cold root beer. Matter of fact, let me do a little product drop right here. Um, if you want some good root beer, I mean the best. I don't know what it is they put this. Maybe it's full of cocaine. I don't know what the hell it is. It's tasty, okay? And it's called Virgil's handcrafted root beer. This you can get at Trader Joe's. The first time I had it was I think back in March. I'm addicted to this. I mean, it is. I don't care. I don't get the no sugar. I get it with the sugar. This thing is. It tastes so refreshing. Make sure you make sure it's cold, obviously, room temperature. All right, good. 170 calories in each bottle. Okay. Let's look at it. Yeah, okay. This thing's packed full of sugar. I ain't gonna lie. But the ingredient it starts with sparkles filtered water. Okay, and then cane sugar, natural flavors, caramel color, and citric acid. Yeah, this thing is it's probably. Not, I only have one with dinner. Right, it comes in a 4 pack, but man, this thing it tastes so good. So fucking, you only live once. YOLO. So maybe anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that there if you want something good in your life. So, what is everybody so as I said, what is one of the struggles that you have when it comes to building your brand? Is there something that you're feel like it's hard for you to learn or you don't understand or is there perhaps something you're not doing or you're trying to purposely avoid? Are how are you using proper hashtags? That's important. Okay. Do you even know how to effectively use hashtags for the field you're in? Okay. You know how hashtags work. That's important. I will be doing an episode exclusively on hashtags. Super important. Another one is you got a website? Because if you don't, you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving money on the table. That is your digital business card, basically. Gotta have a website. Even though most people will find you through social media, the website solidifies your professionalism. It solidifies, it says, I invested in myself. I took myself that much more serious and not only have a website, professionally was able to communicate in one area the best of the best of what I have to offer. Meaning your imagery for photographers, right, and makeup artists too, and models, etc. You'll your here's something. At least take this away. if anything. Your social media is for your most recent work. Your website is for your best work. Okay? Let me repeat that. Social media is for your most recent work. Your website is for your best work. You need both. Both are important. Um, Remember this thing called Vine? Well, it's not as big as it used to be, that's for damn sure, and TikTok's now here. So if you're solely relying on a social media platform, ergo TikTok or whatever, and the next big thing comes along and everybody gets off that, you just lost a whole large segment of your audience. So, and then you have to start all over, okay, maybe if you built up something big, they'll just follow you. But the point is, your it it's not reliable. It's not as tangible as your website that you can go in, simply design yourself, have it up in a few minutes, and then most importantly, after you have your website, register it with Google so that it shows up on Google Maps. For those that don't know, um, hey, thank you everybody for checking in on there on the, hey Fred. For those that don't know, when, okay, I'm so sorry. When it comes to organic searches on Google, me personally, out of 4 search results when they found me, 3 of them are from Google Maps, okay? It's not just from the search, it's from Google Maps. People are on Google Maps, photographer, they're in their area, they wanna see who's in their area, they just press photographer, and boom, names pop up. If you are not on having created a website and then establish yourself onto Google Maps or some sort of huge search engine like that, you're leaving potential money on the table. And guess what? Everything I've said, aside from your annual annual cost of your website and maybe your professional website like Gmail for work, which is $6 a month, is free. Registering and showing up and being available on Google Maps is free. They want that information because guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna sell it. But the point is, for you, you get to leverage that because it's free. So if it's free, hey, free marketing is the best kind of marketing. So that's why I highly recommend you doing these particular things. We're gonna talk more about that as well. Okay. Hey, Fred. Oh, yeah, got your okay, okay, tuning in with your, travel IG. Check out, Frederick, over at FDJ Photography, okay? And he's got FDJ, Photography Travel for his travel stuff, and so go ahead and follow him and support him there. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for I really appreciate this checking in. Let me just see here. Okay. So that was the thing about websites. I can go along I could go along with go on forever with about websites and the importance of having it and taking the time to create one. Another one is the what was I about to say? Oh, I actually created a video years ago about why you should have a website. So go to my YouTube channel, smash that subscribe, and look for it. It's in there. You got to scroll down. Just type in I think like why you should have websites or something like that. And in the search on my page, you should be able to find that video pretty easily. Okay. But that is one. But yes, more than likely when people go to YouTube, not YouTube, to Google and try to find you, your search, your social media pages will pop up. So that's why that's super important. Make sure your bios are updated. Make sure they reflect whatever's going on. If you have a sale, a special, um, let's say a starting rate, or if you're going to be in a particular neighborhood, like, oh, I'm going to be in LA, I'll be in San Diego. Like, your bios are good areas for that, for just that. Um, Make sure your social media pages are very consistent, meaning, um, um, yeah, make sure they're consistent across all your social media pages in terms of so that when people look at all 3 of your different socials, they can see it's from the same person. That's why having a logo, using the same fonts, etcetera, in your marketing, is important too. So, but the other thing is that, the content. If you're a pet, photographer, and that's literally what people know you for, there is no reason why you need to be posting baseball, pictures. If if you just are a generic photographer, that's fine. But I see a lot of times the biggest mistakes from young photographers when they wanna level up their photography and get better clients and garner a better reputation, you have to be, a little bit more specialized. Specialists get paid more. That's why a plumber who went through, had a union and went through his journeymanship and all this other hoot, 'cause I don't know all the levels, they get paid more. But if you're Jimmy Jam Jim, who's the local handyman, he's never gonna get paid nearly as much as a specialist is. So that is just facts. A physician can be paid good, but a heart surgeon that does particular routines is gonna get paid more, okay? The specialist gets paid more, and that applies to photography. Therefore, when it comes to marketing, it should be very clearly defined. I shouldn't have to even say it. I could just look at the photos, what you do. If you have weddings and then flowers and then all this other genres, it's telling me you don't know what you do. And if I have a big wedding day, I'm gonna choose the person who's been doing weddings, clearly knows how to tell a story of a wedding, of someone's big day, and I'd rather put my put my, uh, put my money on this person who obviously specializes in and doesn't have all the stuff and their trip to Waikiki and all this other hoot. They don't care about that. They wanna see, "Can you see" the one question I've gotten the most from wedding clients is, "Can I see the other weddings you've shot?" They've never said, "Can I see the trip you did to Yosemite?" But they don't care about that sunset. But, again, this is advice for those who are trying to make money off their work, okay? So, that's why conglomerates end up making sub-brands. They have multiple brands that reflect that direction because that brand is targeting a specific audience. That's the way you need to think when it comes to marketing your skill, service, etc. If I Again, if I do portraits, like I tell people, I shoot people with a camera. I shoot people. Therefore, I'm not gonna have pets on there. I'm not gonna have all this hoot. Like when I post my daughter, it's a portrait of her that I took or something, or my mom or something like that. But I'm not just posting random stuff like, "Oh, I just got these new shoes today." Like no one cares how cool you took that photo. That's if you're trying to make money off this. Okay, consistency. And um, Google actually takes, into account the, gosh, I forgot what it's called specifically. Uh, um, um, it's like not user experience, but that's important too. The aesthetic and how well your photos are, as well as hashtag, the meta tag, etc. Like everything is important. That's why even your thumbnail on YouTube is important, even though it's not saying nothing. That is so important. That's gold. That is that is prime real estate as well as the title of the video. Those 2 are super important. That's what I'm saying. Everything you do has to be taken into account and taken serious. That's if you wanna make money off of this. Everything you do is ultimately telling that potential client why they should work with you. So if you can't even create your website or update it or, take into account to making sure that your feed on Instagram is very consistent to what it is that you're about, um, what does that say to them? What does that say to them? You already know. They're gonna say, "Gosh, dude, I don't know what." I hate getting this question. "Do you do, because they can't really understand whether you do it or not. Um, so, yeah, you just wanna make sure that you could clearly communicate what it is you offer. There was a thing I learned in music publishing. It was like an elevator pitch, right? From one floor to the next, can you clearly communicate what you're about? Can you sell that whatever that is in one flight to the next level in a building? An elevator pitch. So you have about a good 30 seconds. Sell them, and that always just rang true. Like, okay, therefore you have to really cut back a lot of fat and be super efficient and get right to it, what you're about, And in our case, since we're dealing with a visual medium in photography, you have to do that through your images, okay? I know when I go to Lindsay Adler, I know in 2 seconds what she's about, fashion and beauty. Thank you. I know when I go to Peter Hurley, I know what he's about, headshots, portraits, hello. You told me that before the door in the elevator closed, and that's what you need to do for yourself because, like, um, 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 who's the motivational speaker? Brother, Les Brown says, "Success leaves clues." Okay? So if you're looking at all the people that are winning in your genre, whether it be a nature photographer, astro, whatever, don't look at just their best work. Work backwards and look at how they leveled up. Look at the certain secret sauce, their strategy, what it is that they did, how many hours they put in, or what turn they made. Maybe they made a right instead of a left and left instead of a right. Again, success leaves clues. And that's why I'm trying to help you out with this reality check because someone's got to tell you, okay? And that's what Marketing Monday is going to be about. We'll be tuning in and giving you a dose of marketing reality check, and so that you can go click off when the show's over and say, you know what, I need to level up. He's right. Okay, I'm going to keep it real, and a lot of the advice I'm going to give you is what I have given myself, and I still have to give myself. One thing about me is that, sometimes like, procrastinate I have to fight procrastination. God, it's like the devil, like, deep I have to fight it, and I have a bunch of ideas, and I feel like I have the know-how. I have an audience, a small one, but I have one, and thank you to all of you, you're here, and I appreciate that. And but I'm a procrastinator, I'm not gonna lie, I wait till the last second. That's why going live today, I only thought about this when I was at the gym this afternoon. I was like, "Damn it, I'm gonna go live, screw it, I don't care, I gotta do it." And I know, once I did it, I've done it. So, in other words, I'm in the trenches with all of you, okay, as a photographer. With this economy hitting us, we have to be even more diligent and creative on how we not only increase the streams of income that we can create as a photographer or videographer or whatever it is you do, but also be that much more adaptable to this changing time. You cannot play it safe. No more playing it safe. Safe keeps you broke. Okay. Matter of fact, you can work 5 jobs and still be broke. So playing safe is not gonna make you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Inflation itself alone will come up behind you and bite you in your ass before you thought because you thought you had some time to take your, stroll your way to success. That's not gonna happen. So that's why Marketing Monday is super important for us photographers because again, unless you have a fat pension, or you just feel like, this is just your hobby, mazel tov, if this is what you just wanna do as a hobby, I'm not gonna hate you for it. I think that's great. I wish this was just my hobby, but it is I love doing it, and thankfully, I can make some money off of it. And again, that is why I'm gonna take my experience and share it with all of you. So, anyway, for those who are on Instagram, make sure you go click that link in my bio, head to my YouTube channel, press that subscribe, and feel it ding a ling a ling on that bell icon. Okay. As for everybody else on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, make sure you head on over to Instagram and follow me there. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to DM me or better yet, subscribe. Okay, to stay tuned. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. This was just a check in, let you know what I have coming up. The first episode, let me tell you real quick. It's going to be August 1st. Will be because next Monday I will be in Vegas celebrating my young brother Joe's birthday. I call it Earth Day. No, it's not Earth Day, it's Born Day, but whatever. I'll be celebrating with him there, and more than likely, I might not be too good to go live. I may go live, but it would be very sketchy. I'm not sure how I can do that. But for sure, August 1st will be an official episode then. I'm thinking I'll do this about the same time, which is Jesus. Maybe I'll do it like 8 PM, make it easier, okay? Let me know if you think 8 PM is good to go. Pacific, that'll be 11 PM New York time. That might be a little late, huh? Anyway, let me know what you think. Should it be 7 PM Pacific Standard or 8 PM Pacific Standard? Okay, that would be either 10 PM Eastern or 11. Either way, let me know, DM, comment, whatever it is you feel like. Uh, just, just want to plan ahead. So, regardless, with all that said, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Leave your comments, questions, concerns in the description down below. And thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, stay shooting.